Hey, deep divers. Ready to dive into some ways to make money with AI? We're going to be looking at some excerpts from a recent video.
Oh, cool.
It was in Spanish, but we've got all the translations for you.
Awesome.
And basically, the whole video is about different ways that you can make money using AI. And we picked out 4 that we thought were super interesting.
I'm excited to hear this.
Yeah, me too. And it's crazy how much more accessible AI is becoming, you know?
It really is. It seems like every day there's some new tool or platform popping up,
Right.
and the market's just exploding. It's really becoming something that anybody can use, even if they don't know how to code.
Right. And that's actually one of the first points that they bring up in this video is this whole no-code revolution.
Oh, yeah, no code is huge.
Yeah. And they're predicting that no-code software could reach over $300 billion.
Wow.
That's billion with a B.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. And get this. By 2025, some experts believe that over half of all apps are going to be built without any coding.
That's why, I mean, it's really changing the game.
It is.
It used to be that if you wanted to build an app, you had to be a programmer or hire one. And now it's
right.
opening up all these doors for entrepreneurs and creators who maybe don't have that technical background, but they have these great ideas.
Exactly. So they were talking about one platform in particular called WebSync.
Okay.
And it uses AI to create apps in seconds.
In seconds, really?
Yeah, so you're talking like
Wow.
games utility apps, pretty much anything you can think of.
And it's that fast. Like, you just tell it what you want, and boom, you have an app.
Pretty much.
Mm.
And there are tons of free AI models that you can use with it too, so you can kind of test it out without having to spend any money.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I am curious, like, when they say it can create apps in seconds, are we talking about simple apps, or can it actually build something sophisticated, like
Right.
with user authentication, secure data storage integration with other systems?
Right. Yeah, that's a really good point. I think it probably depends on the complexity of the app and how well you can define what you want.
Right.
I mean, you're probably going to have to dig into the documentation a little bit and kind of test the limits of the platform.
Sure.
But even if it's limited to simpler apps right now, that's still really powerful for entrepreneurs who want to create like a minimum viable product, like an MVP, as they call it.
Yeah, an MVP is a great way to test your idea before you invest a ton of time and money into building a full-blown app.
Exactly.
You can get feedback from potential users, see if there's even a market for your idea.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a much smarter approach than just diving in head first and hoping for the best.
Absolutely. So I actually tried this out with WebSync.
Oh, you did?
I did. I wanted to make a quick loan interest calculator.
Okay.
You know, something useful, but not super complicated.
Right.
And I just typed in like a basic prompt describing what I wanted it to do. And within literally like 15 seconds, I had a functional calculator app.
No way.
It even had graphs and an amortization table.
Wow. So you were able to create a working app in just 15 seconds. That's impressive.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And then you can actually keep refining your app with additional prompts. So like I wanted to add a feature where you could select your country.
Okay.
And the app would calculate interest rates based on that location.
Interesting.
So I just typed that in as a prompt and boom, WebSync updated the app.
Seamlessly.
Seamlessly. Yeah. And you can even publish your app right on the platform and get feedback from other users.
Oh, wow. That's a great way to get real-world feedback and see how people actually use your app.
And if you want to take it even further, you can actually download the code and then hand it over to a developer if you need to.
That's awesome. So it sounds like WebSync is a pretty powerful tool for entrepreneurs who want to quickly create and test app ideas.
Totally. Now let's shift gears a little bit because the video also talks about using AI to manage your entire business.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so they highlight this platform called Odo.
Odo. Okay.
And they offer a whole suite of tools like accounting, e-signatures, inventory management, HR, even website creation.
All in one platform.
All on one platform.
Yeah. That sounds pretty convenient, like having a one-stop shop for all your business needs.
Exactly. And here's the best part. You can actually use one module for free forever.
Really?
So like you could use their online store creator for free with no hidden costs. No trials.
That's pretty generous of them. What's the catch?
I mean, I think the idea is that you'll love it so much that you'll end up upgrading to a paid plan to access all the features.
Right.
Which makes sense from a business perspective.
Yeah, the freemium model. It's a pretty common strategy these days.
But even if you do decide to upgrade, the paid plans are super reasonable.
Okay.
Especially when you consider that you're getting access to all those tools and unlimited users.
So it's like having a whole team of experts at your fingertips.
Exactly. Now, speaking of experts, let's talk about eBooks.
Okay, eBooks are huge right now.
Huge. They're a $17 billion market right now.
Wow.
And experts predict it should reach over $20 billion within the next 5 years.
So there's a lot of potential there.
A lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
And the video highlights Google Playbooks as a really good alternative to Amazon for publishing your ebooks.
That's interesting. Most people think of Amazon when it comes to ebooks.
Yeah, but Google has such a massive network of Android users, so it could be a really smart move to tap into that market as well.
It's always a good idea to diversify your distribution channels.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the big question is, how do you actually write an ebook?
Yeah, that's the part that intimidates a lot of people.
Well, guess what?
What?
There's an AI for that too.
Of course there is.
The video talks about these specialized ChatGPT models that are specifically designed to help you write ebooks.
So it's like having a digital ghostwriter.
Pretty much.
I wonder how well that actually works.
Well, I decided to test one of these ebook writing ChatGPTs out myself.
You did?
Yeah.
What did you have it write about?
So I wanted to see if it could handle a more niche topic. So I gave it the prompt to create an ebook about teaching AI to people over 70.
That's a very specific audience.
Right.
I'm curious to see what it came up with.
Yeah, so I was really impressed.
Really?
Yeah, it outlined chapters, created learning objectives, generated content ideas and examples.
Wow. So it did more than just spit out a bunch of random text.
Yeah, it really seemed to understand the target audience.
That's impressive.
It even suggested using analogies and storytelling techniques to make complex AI concepts easier to understand for older adults.
That's smart.
Yeah, I thought that was really insightful.
So it sounds like these AI writing tools can be a great starting point for creating an ebook.
Definitely. But you're still going to need to go in and edit and add your own voice and expertise.
Right. It's a tool, not a replacement for human writers.
Exactly. Speaking of which, we can't forget about the importance of visuals.
Oh, yeah. A well-designed ebook is going to be much more appealing and engaging.
Right. And guess what? There's an AI for that too.
There's an AI for everything these days.
Right. So this video introduced me to this amazing tool called Gamma.
Gamma.
Okay, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it uses AI to create stunning documents, presentations, and web pages. All in a snap.
All in a snap. So I was super excited to try it out.
I bet.
So I imported the content from my AI-generated ebook into Gamma.
Okay.
And I started playing around with different design templates and visuals, and it was amazing.
So you're able to go from a raw text document to a fully designed ebook with the help of AI.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And it was so fast and easy to use.
Wow. It sounds like it could be a real game changer for authors who don't have a design background or the budget to hire a professional designer.
Totally. And now let's talk about AI-generated imagery, because this market is absolutely exploding.
It is. It seems like everybody's talking about AI art these days.
Right. They're predicting that it's going to hit $13 billion in the next decade.
That's huge.
It is huge.
Yeah.
And with all this growth, there are just so many new tools popping up all the time.
Yeah, it can be a little overwhelming trying to keep up with everything.
It really can. But luckily, this video highlights a really promising tool called Recraft.
Recraft.
And it's basically this cutting-edge AI design platform that lets you create all sorts of visuals like images, logos, mock-ups.
All with the help of AI.
All with the help of AI. And they have a free plan with daily credits, so you can actually start creating without spending any money.
Oh, that's cool. I like free.
Right.
So what's the interface like? Is it easy to use?
Super user-friendly. It's actually very similar to Canva.
Oh, okay. So it's drag and drop and all that. Very cool.
So I typed in the prompt artificial intelligence just to see what it would come up with.
Okay.
And it generated some really abstract and cool images.
Really? Just from that simple prompt?
Just from that simple prompt.
Wow. It's like it can read your mind?
It kind of is.
Yeah.
And it's not just for creating standalone images. You can also use Recraft to blend text and images.
Well, it's perfect for things like ebook covers.
Exactly. I used it to create a cover for my AI ebook.
Oh, cool. How did it do?
It did an amazing job. I just typed in the text that I wanted, and it placed it on one of the generated images and adjusted the font size and positioning to make it look really professional.
That's awesome. So you didn't have to do any of the design work yourself?
Nope. Recraft took care of it all.
I'm definitely going to have to check this one out.
You should. And they have all these pre-made examples, too, that are just mind-blowing.
Like what?
So, one of them is an image of a cityscape, and the AI integrated the textbook of AI onto it.
Okay.
But it did it in a way that looks so natural.
So it's not just slapping text on top of an image, it's actually integrating it into the scene.
Exactly. Yeah, you even placed books behind the buildings to add depth and dimension.
That's incredible. It's like it understands the context and is able to create these really realistic compositions.
It really is. And I also use Recraft to create a product mock-up,
Okay.
like a water bottle.
Nice.
And I even whipped up a brand logo using the prompt "Lion in the Sea."
Wow, you're really putting Recraft through its paces.
I am, and I'm loving it.
So it sounds like Recraft is a pretty versatile tool. It can handle everything from ebook covers to product mock-ups to logos.
Pretty much anything you can think of.
Yeah,
And once you're done designing, you can easily export your creations and use them wherever you need them.
that's great. So we've gone from building apps in seconds with WebSync to managing our entire business with Odo,
Mhm.
to writing an ebook with ChatGPT, to creating stunning visuals with Recraft.
It's a lot.
It's clear that AI is rapidly changing the landscape of entrepreneurship and creativity.
It really is.
Uh,
And it's making these tools and resources so much more accessible to everyone.
exactly. And it's only the beginning. I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible with AI.
But there's one more tool we need to talk about, and it's all about video.
Video. Okay, I'm intrigued. Video is huge right now.
It's huge.
Everybody's consuming video content.
Right. The video actually points out that 92% of internet users watch online videos last year.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
And get this, 82% of consumers were convinced to buy a product after watching a video about it.
That's the power of video.
It is.
So how can we use AI to tap into that power?
Well, there are tons of tools out there, but the one that really caught my eye is called Hagen.
Hey, Jen, I've heard of that one. It's known for its AI video creation capabilities.
Yeah, and they have this feature called URL to video.
URL to video. What is that?
So you can paste the URL of any product page from like Amazon or Shopify,
Okay.
and Hagen will automatically generate a video about that product,
Wait, so I can create a product demo video without even touching a camera.
pretty much.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That could be a game changer for businesses who don't have the resources to create professional videos.
exactly. And I actually tried it out with the AI ebook that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, you did? How did it go?
It was super easy. I just pasted the URL,
Okay.
and Hagen pulled in all the information like the title, the description, even some of the images,
And then it just created a video from that.
pretty much. And you can customize it too.
Oh, that's good. So it's not just a generic template.
No, you can choose your target audience. You can write your own dialogue.
Wow.
You can select from different AI avatars. You can add music subtitles.
That's incredible. So you have a lot of control over the final product.
Yeah, and then once you're happy with everything you just hit, generate and boom, you've got a professional-looking product video.
That's pretty amazing.
It is. And before we move on, I just wanted to mention one more tool really quickly.
Okay.
It's called Hyper.
Hyper.
And it's all about taking those product images that we've created and bringing them to life with video.
Oh, so it's adding movement and effects to static images.
Exactly.
I like it.
So you basically just upload an image
Okay.
and you choose from their library of visual effects,
Yeah.
and Hyper generates a short video clip.
That sounds really cool and easy to use.
It is. I used the water bottle image that I created earlier with Recraft,
Okay.
and I added this cool water ripple effect,
Nice.
and it created this really dynamic video that would be perfect for like ads or showcasing a product in an online store.
That's awesome. So we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
We've explored 5 incredible ways to use AI to generate income.
From no-code software development to all-in-one business management to AI-powered ebooks.
To AI-driven design to transforming products into engaging videos.
It's a lot to take in.
It is. So what stands out to you the most from all of these tools and techniques?
That's a great question, and honestly, I think is a perfect place to pause for now.
Okay.
Let all this sink in, and we'll come back and reflect on what we've learned in part 2.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
All right, see you then.
See ya.
Welcome back, deep divers.
I'm ready for more.
I hope you've had a moment to digest all those incredible AI tools and techniques.
Yeah, it's a lot to process.
It really is. I mean, it's mind-blowing how much these tools can do.
I know, it's like AI is giving us superpowers.
Right.
Creating an app in seconds, generating a whole ebook outline.
Designing professional-looking visuals.
Yeah, with a simple prompt. It's crazy.
It really highlights how AI is transforming the way we work
Yeah.
and create,
Totally. And one thing that really stood out to me was the emphasis on speed and efficiency.
Oh, absolutely. It's like AI is compressing time,
Right.
allowing us to accomplish so much more in a fraction of the time it would take in traditionally,
Yeah, it's like all that time we used to spend on repetitive tasks.
like data entry schedule.
Even basic design work.
AI can automate so much of that.
Right, which frees up our time and energy to focus on more creative and strategic tasks.
Exactly. It's like AI is handling the grunt work so we can focus on the things that really require human ingenuity.
I like that. It's like AI is taking care of the boring stuff.
Yeah.
So we can focus on being more innovative and building those meaningful connections.
I think this shift has huge implications for the future of work and entrepreneurship.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's leveling the playing field, giving individuals and small businesses access to tools and resources that were previously only available to big corporations.
Exactly. And it's opening up new opportunities for those who are willing to adapt and embrace this new way of working.
But it also raises some important questions about, the skills and the mindsets we're going to need to thrive in this AI-powered future.
You're absolutely right. It's not enough to just know how to use the tools we need to develop the right skills to effectively collaborate with AI and really leverage its full potential.
So let's dive into that a bit. What are some specific skills that we should be focusing on?
Well, we've already touched on a few: critical thinking, problem solving, adaptability, a willingness to learn.
Right.
Those are going to be essential in any field moving forward.
And they become even more crucial in a world where technology is evolving so rapidly.
Right. We need to be able to think critically about the information we're receiving, adapt to new tools and technologies, and be lifelong learners.
So always be expanding our knowledge and our skill set.
Exactly. But beyond those core skills, there are a few others that I think will be particularly valuable in this new era.
Okay, like what?
Well, one of them is something called prompt engineering.
Prompt engineering. What is that?
So remember how we were talking about using prompts to generate apps with WebSync or to write eBooks with ChatGPT?
Right.
Well, prompt engineering is basically the art of crafting those prompts.
So it's not just about typing in a few words and hoping for the best.
No, there's actually a real skill to it.
Interesting.
It's about understanding how the AI model thinks, what kind of language it responds to, and how to structure your prompts to get the specific output you're looking for.
So it's like a blend of linguistics and technology.
It is, and it's a skill that's becoming increasingly valuable as AI is integrated into more and more industries.
So if our listeners want to get ahead of the curve, they should start working on their prompt engineering skills.
Definitely.
Okay, so prompt engineering is one. What else?
Another crucial skill is data literacy.
Data literacy. I've heard that term before, but I'm not really sure what it means in the context of AI.
So it basically means being able to understand, interpret, and work with data. AI models are trained on massive data sets, and a lot of the insights that they generate are presented in the form of data like charts, graphs, tables.
Right.
And if you can't make sense of that data, you're not going to be able to effectively use the insights that AI can provide.
So it's like AI is speaking the language of data, and we need to be fluent in that language.
Exactly. It's about being comfortable with numbers, understanding basic statistical concepts, and being able to extract meaningful insights from those data visualizations.
So it's not about becoming a data scientist.
No.
But it's about having enough data literacy to be able to understand what AI is telling us.
Right. It's about being able to ask the right questions, interpret the data, and use that information to make informed decisions.
Okay, so prompt engineering, data literacy.
Yeah.
Those are some valuable technical skills.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the soft skills?
Oh, the soft skills are just as important, if not more so.
Really?
Yeah, because as AI takes on more of those routine technical tasks, it's the human skills that are going to become even more valuable.
Like what?
Things like communication, collaboration, creativity, problem solving.
Those are the skills that AI can't replicate.
Exactly. At least not yet.
Right.
And as AI continues to evolve, it's those human skills that are going to be in high demand.
So it sounds like we need to be focusing on developing both our technical skills and our soft skills.
Yes, find that balance between human ingenuity and AI capabilities.
It's like AI is giving us this amazing new set of tools, but it's up to us to learn how to use them effectively and ethically.
You know, speaking of ethics, I think that's something that we need to talk about more.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
As we're embracing the power of AI, we also need to be mindful of the potential impact it could have on society.
Right, on jobs, on privacy, even on our sense of what it means to be human.
Exactly. It's not just about adopting AI without considering the broader implications.
Right. We need to be having these conversations about how to ensure that AI is used for good, that it benefits all of humanity, and that it doesn't worsen existing inequalities.
I couldn't agree more. It's about understanding the potential risks and benefits of AI,
Right.
and using our knowledge and influence to shape its development and deployment.
In a way that aligns with our values.
Exactly.
So it's a lot more than just learning the technical skills. It's also about developing that sense of ethical responsibility.
Absolutely.
Mm.
We have a lot of work to do to make sure that AI is a force for good in the world.
But it's also a really exciting time to be alive.
It is. It's like we're standing at the forefront of a technological revolution.
It's both exhilarating and a bit daunting at the same time.
I agree. But I'm optimistic. I think if we approach AI with curiosity, humility, and responsibility,
Right.
we can create a better future for ourselves and for generations to come.
That's a great point. And I think it's a good place to pause for now.
Yeah, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've discussed so far,
And then we'll come back in part 3.
to explore how we can prepare ourselves for the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead.
Sounds good. All right, so we're back for the final part of our AI deep dive.
It's been a journey.
It has. And we've covered so much ground. But, now I'm thinking like, okay, we've seen all these incredible AI tools.
Mm-hmm.
But what can we do as individuals? Like, what skills do we need to be focusing on?
Right. To really make the most of this whole AI revolution.
Exactly. Like, how do we prepare ourselves for this future where AI is everywhere?
That's the big question, isn't it? And I think it's something that a lot of people are wondering about.
Yeah, because it's not enough to just learn how to use a specific AI tool.
Right. The technology is changing so fast.
Exactly.
So it's really about developing a mindset and a skill set that will allow you to adapt and thrive.
So it's more about learning how to work with AI.
Exactly. You need to understand how it works, what its strengths and weaknesses are, and how you can integrate it into what you're already doing.
Okay, so break it down for us.
Yeah.
What are some specific skills that our listeners should be focusing on?
Well, we've already talked about a few: critical thinking, adaptability, a willingness to learn.
Right. Those are like the foundation.
Exactly. Those are essential in any field, but especially now with AI changing everything so quickly.
You've got to be able to keep up.
Right. But beyond those core skills, there are a few others that I think will be particularly valuable.
Okay, I'm listening.
One that's becoming increasingly important is something called prompt engineering.
Prompt engineering. That sounds kind of technical.
It is a little bit, but it's basically the art of crafting effective prompts for AI models.
So like when we were talking about using prompts to generate apps with WebSync
Right.
or to write eBooks with ChatGPT.
Exactly. The quality of the output you get from those AI models depends heavily on the quality of your prompts.
So it's not just about typing in any old thing. You have to actually think about how you're phrasing it.
Precisely. You need to understand how the AI model processes language and what kind of information it needs to give you what you're looking for.
So it's like learning how to speak AI.
In a way,
Yeah.
yes. And it's a skill that's in high demand right now.
Interesting. Okay, so prompt engineering, that's one to add to the list. What else?
Another crucial skill is data literacy.
Data literacy.
Yeah.
I hear that term a lot, but I'm not sure I really understand what it means.
It basically means being able to understand, work with, and interpret data.
Okay.
And this is important because AI models are trained on massive data sets.
Right.
And a lot of the insights that they generate are presented in the form of data charts, graphs, tables, all that stuff.
So if you don't understand data, you're not really going to be able to take advantage of what AI can offer.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like AI is speaking the language of data, and you need to be fluent in that language to understand what it's telling you.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So data literacy is about being comfortable with numbers,
Mhm.
understanding basic statistical concepts,
Right.
and being able to extract those insights from all those charts and graphs.
Exactly. It's not about becoming a data scientist,
Right.
but it's about having a basic understanding of how to work with data so you can use AI effectively.
Okay. So prompt engineering, data literacy. Those are some great technical skills.
They are.
But I'm also thinking about those soft skills.
Oh, the soft skills are crucial.
Really?
Absolutely. In fact, I think they're becoming even more important as AI takes over those more routine tasks.
Because those are the skills that are uniquely human.
Exactly. Things like communication, collaboration, creativity, problem solving.
Right. Those are things that AI can't do yet.
Exactly. And those are the skills that will set you apart in the workplace.
So it's finding that balance between the technical skills and those human skills.
Precisely. It's that combination that will allow you to really thrive in this new world.
It's like AI gives us these powerful tools,
Yeah.
but we need to learn how to use them responsibly and ethically.
You know, speaking of ethics.
Yeah, that's something we haven't really talked about in depth.
Right. And it's incredibly important, I think, as we embrace AI, we also need to be thinking about the potential impact it could have on society as a whole.
Absolutely. Like on jobs,
Mm-hmm.
on privacy,
Right.
and even on our understanding of what it means to be human.
Exactly. It's not just about the technology itself, it's about how we use it and the choices we make.
So we need to be having these conversations about how to ensure that AI is used for good
Yes, that it's used to benefit all of humanity and not just a select few.
and that it doesn't create or worsen existing inequalities.
I couldn't agree more.
Hmm.
It's about being mindful and responsible with this incredible power that we're developing.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I think it's important for our listeners to walk away with a sense of, you know, cautious optimism.
Cautious optimism, I like that.
Because on the one hand, AI is amazing. It has
Mhm.
so much potential to improve our lives.
Absolutely.
But on the other hand, we need to be aware of the risks
Right.
and make sure that we're using AI in a way that aligns with our values.
I think that's a great message to leave our audience with. It's an exciting time to be alive,
It really is.
but it's also a time for thoughtful reflection and careful consideration.
So to all our deep divers out there, keep learning, keep exploring, and let's create an AI-powered future that we can all be proud of.
Well said. I think that's a perfect note to end on.
Thanks for joining us on this journey, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See you then.